Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to another reading from the New Living Translation. And we're reading through Genesis. And today we are doing chapter 10. Happy Saturday, and I hope everyone is having a truly blessed weekend. And I hope you're enjoying this stunning weather. And I pray you are spending much needed time with loved ones and making great memories. Let us jump in. Chapter 10. This is the account of the families of Shem, Ham, and Japheth, the three sons of Noah. Many children were born to them after the great flood. Descendants of Japheth. The descendants of Japheth were Tubal, were Gomer, Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubal, Meshech, and Tiras. The descendants of Gomer were Ashkenaz, Riphath, and Togarmah. The descendants of Javan were Eliashah, Tirshish, Kittim, and Rodanim. Their descendants became the seafaring peoples that spread out to various lands, each identified by its own language, clan, and national identity. Descendants of Ham. The descendants of Ham were Cush, Mizraim, Put, and Canaan. Now these are often known as Africans, and northern Africa is the descendants of Ham. The descendants of Cush were Seba, Havilah, Sabta, Rama, and Sabtika. The descendants of Rama were Sheba and Dedan. Cush was also the ancestor of Nimrod, who was the first heroic warrior on earth. Since he was the greatest hunter in the world, he became proverbial. People would say, "This man is like Nimrod, the greatest hunter in the world." He built his kingdom in the land of Babylonia, with the cities of Babylon, Erech, Akkad, and Calneh. From there, he expanded his territory to Assyria, building the cities of Nineveh, Rehoboth, Calais, and Rezin, the great city located between Nineveh and Calais. Mizraim was the ancestor of the Ludites, Anamites, Lehabites, Naphtuhites, Pashurites, Casluhites, and the Caphtorites, from whom the Philistines came. Canaan's oldest son was Sidon, the ancestor of the Sidonians. Canaan was also the ancestor of the Hittites, Jebusites, Amorites, and Girgashites. Hivites, Archites, Sinites, Arvadites, Zemarites, and Hamathites. The Canaanite clans eventually spread out, and the territory of Canaan extended from Sidon in the north to Gerar and Gaza in the south, and east as far as Sodom, Gomorrah, and Admah, and Zeboim, near Lasha. These were the descendants of Ham, identified by clan, language, territory, and national identity. So these are known as the people of North Africa, and the Philistines, these are whom they descended from. Descendants of Shem. Sons were also born to Shem, the older brother of Japheth. Shem was the ancestor of all the descendants of Eber. The descendants of Shem were Elam, Asher, Ephraxad, Lud, and Aram. The descendants of Aram were Uz, Hul, Jether, and Mash. Ephraxad was the father of Shelah, and Shelah was the father of Eber. Eber had two sons. The first was named Peleg, which means division, for during his lifetime the people of the world were divided into different language groups. His brother's name was Joktan. Joktan was the ancestor of Almodad, Shelef, Hazarmaveth, Jirah, Hadoram, Uzal, Diklah, Obal, Abimelech, Sheba and Ophir, Havilah and Jobab. All these were the descendants of Joktan. All these were the descendants of Joktan. The territory they occupied extended from Misha all the way to Sephir in the eastern mountains. These were the descendants of Shem, identified by clan, languages, territory, and national identity. Conclusion. These are the clans that descended from Noah's sons, arranged by nation according to their lines of descent. All the nations of the earth descended from these clans after the great flood. And that is the conclusion of chapter 10. God is good, so we see that through Noah's sons, the earth was repopulated, and that all the tribes and different languages descended from these three sons. So it's very interesting to learn how they spread out through the lands and established themselves. Tomorrow we will be reading about the Tower of Babel, which I find very interesting. It's one of my favorite stories. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a blessed Saturday.